Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Another Way. See, I know what I'm doing. It didn't just happen in here on a Monday. Another Way is a class about just trying to think of some way to do it different this time. A way that we can hold on to our good stuff, a way that I can be stronger in my recovery. Right? Today we're going to talk about acceptance. Right? That's almost as bad as gratitude. But acceptance is important to me today. Somebody give me a definition of acceptance. What is acceptance? Anybody?
To not be offended by.
Ooh, to not be offended by. I like that. Not be offended by.
What if someone does something
What is it? What is the definition of acceptance?
and they do you? Forgiveness is a part of that also.
Forgiveness is a part of acceptance. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Tolerance.
Tolerance. Good job. Forgiveness. Yeah.
Surrender.
Do what?
Surrender.
Surrender. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Discipline.
Hold on. I like that discipline, acceptance, because it is a choice, isn't it? Yeah. I got a little bit of reading. Anybody else? Come on, somebody else give me acceptance. That's a lot of really good answers.
I got one.
Okay.
When this has happened to me, when someone in your family, they know you are in active drug addiction,
Uh-huh.
and they shun shame and even guilt you,
Mhm.
but they put a wall up and won't communicate with you even when you call out for help.
Oh.
And so that part of it, I accepted that, but I knew that I'm in a situation that I've got to correct. I got to fix a hole in the canoe. I got to stop this.
You know,
This is one of the things.
for me, that acceptance of others is where it comes in, because when I can accept myself, I'm better able to be tolerant, to be forgiving, to be all those things. Right? Yeah. Aware. Discipline. I need to write down discipline and aware. I got to know what's going on before I can accept it, huh? I got to know the real of it. But sorry, hon.
Sometimes it takes time. There's a time factor involved in this thing.
Yeah.
Of acceptance.
It's a process. It's a process. It's a process.
I hate that word.
Absolutely. I hate the word process too. I ain't thrilled about the word acceptance either.
13
But
steps.
all right. This is what I've seen in some of the literature I've read. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. Damn. When I'm disturbed, it's because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it's supposed to be at this moment. Please hold up, guys. Nothing. I like this. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in my higher powers world by mistake. Until I could accept my issues, I could not stay happy. Until I could accept my life completely on life's terms, I could not find serenity. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as to what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. Not so much what happens in the world, what somebody's doing to me. It's about me and my part in this. Did that hit anybody, any of that? Person, place, thing, any of it? Yes. Tell me. It's when I was in a 12-step group, my sponsor made me read that over and over and over and over again, because my issue was acceptance. You know, it was acceptance that I had a difficulty. I had an issue. I had something I needed to work on, something I needed to accept so I could surrender. Right. But acceptance today, I hate that. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. All of them? Wow. Yeah.
No, it isn't.
No, okay.
Because
Tell me.
You got to have an action plan and go through it. And also understand, yes, say I am in active addiction, look at the people I choose to be around.
Uh-huh.
Most of them are doing what I'm doing. Bam, that's your peer group. It is not my peer group. I want better.
I
And
want
I'm gonna
more.
do better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want more.
Yeah.
Uh,
My drug of choice is still more. Right?
uh,
My drug of choice is still more. I want more. I want more of that serenity and peace. And if I want that, then maybe I got to accept because it says all my problems today. And I don't get that. I don't get all my problems today, but I'll give as much as I can give. How's that? How's that? When I think of acceptance, I think of expectations, right? And they told me that an expectation is a resentment in waiting, right? If I have an expectation, I could end up with a resentment, right? So it says here, my serenity is inversely proportional to my expectations. The higher my expectations are of other people, the lower my serenity. I can watch my serenity level rise when I discard my expectations, but then my rights move in. And they too can force my serenity level down. Anybody go, what's my right to? I got the right to. And we do have rights, right? But we want to be able to see them and use them effectively. By asking myself, how important is it really? How important is it compared to my serenity, my emotional sobriety? And when I place more value on my serenity and sobriety than on anything else, I can maintain them at a higher level, at least for a time being. Love that. When I love lowered expectations. Man, I dig an enabler. I'm looking for your enabler. Good.
I'm not either.
I'll hire you. Okay.
I have some
When I
separate-
think of acceptance, I think of like it said, it goes up and down. When my acceptance is high, when my acceptance is low, my serenity level is high. And when my serenity level is low, it's because my expectations are high. I can expect people to do things, right? Am I guaranteed that they'll do it? No. But that was God, y'all were so quiet today. So somebody tell me about protection. Yeah. Yes. Subtle but effective.
One of the things that always was hard for me, and this has been a 20-year, going on 30-year process. I'm just a smoker or a dabbler. That's what I did with crack. All right, but accepting the fact, this is really important because when this is happening, the notion that addiction is a disease. It's not just fried in your brain and your brain's telling you to do something and you just have to put it in a box or do something to stop that. It's not that. On a long-term basis, it is a disease. And accepting that and going out and I got a few more years, less than probably y'all, maybe. But I want to do something else. I'm moving to my place tomorrow, the next day. My God, if I get wet again,
the acceptance of, let me get you back.
Accepting where I am.
Okay. Where you are today.
Listen, I'm swimming. I'm not treading water.
Okay.
And the waterfall's over there, and I've got to do something. Or I'm not going to be here.
You know what I heard? I don't know if this makes sense to anybody, but you just triggered this in my mind that we're all in the water. We're all in the water. Some of us are in canoes. Some of us are in yachts. Some of us are hanging on like Titanic, right? Won't let the guy up on there. She had plenty of room. She had plenty of room on that wood and would not let him up there. So in Titanic, it just bothers me. So acceptance, I got to accept where I am today. Being in the present.
And believe it or not, that's hard to do.
It is hard to do. Anybody else with acceptance in the moment? Yeah.
Like, I started to understand, like, pretty much everything is all about perception.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I can accept to agree with something, like your opinion, or I can accept to disagree with it, or accept my own feelings, or disagree with my own feelings, or accept being just indifferent and don't have an opinion about nothing. Because it's just every situation, you gotta think about it as, it's from your perception. You know what I mean? Everything else could be, everybody else perceives as something else, but you
Yeah.
completely different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn to accept whether you agree, disagree, or you just don't give a. You don't have an opinion about that. You know?
Doesn't matter if I agree, disagree, care in the least bit. You know, the beauty that I found as I gotten older is I get that, right? Somebody bothers me. I care a lot less about what people think of me. And that's a new thing because I've always been a people pleaser. So this is a new thing, not giving a shit. And I like it. I like it. Anybody else that not give a shit? Yeah.
Just because you accept it, don't mean you have to like it.
Hold on. What?
You don't have to like it to accept it.
No, you don't have to like it
That's
to
a big
accept
thing.
it.
Right?
Like people get
Yeah.
misconstrued just because you accept it, you like it, and that's not true.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
that's called being tolerant, right?
Mhm.
Where-
Love and tolerance is our code, is what they told me. And tolerance, absolutely. I don't have to think you're right to accept you where you are.
Right?
Right? All right, what else? Somebody. Yes. Talk about acceptance.
Acceptance.
Yeah, tell me something about acceptance.
Well, I know for me personally, I've never let, I used to let people dictate the rest of my day by say something they said. So something
Yeah.
would irritate me or piss me off, and it would follow me the entire day. I've learned how to, just allow people to be where they're at.
Yeah,
If they say something that bothers me, move on.
that's that expectation, right? If I come in expecting to be treated or greeted or talked to a certain way and that doesn't come to pass, I do have that option of getting pissed off. That option of not accepting people for where they are. I guarantee that is Aaron. Who else? Somebody else. Did you have something there?
I think part of acceptance is gratitude.
Ooh.
Because I have lost a lot of my life. I'm not where I want to be out financially, but it could be worse. I could be on the street, I could be homeless.
Yeah.
I have what I need. I have more than what I have what I need. So I'm having to give gratitude for having what I need.
Yeah.
Thanking God for having what I need. So part of acceptance is gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. The gratitude for what I have and for what I don't have.
Right.
It's easy to say I'm grateful that I have a PRN sweatshirt, right? Won this. I'm excited.
I saw you when you went.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know. Okay. Somebody else tell me something about acceptance.
I guess
Yeah.
I want to say it like I'm hearing it in my head, but acceptance, like once things you can accept things the way they are, or you can accept the fact that you can change the way they are, and once that change occurs, you accept
Mhm.
that. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
It goes on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It does. Oh, that's
Like-
cool. The process of it.
yeah, the process of
And
acceptance.
it can be different people, places, things, situations, just like it says. If I am disturbed by something, right? Like you were talking about being disturbed by something. I can accept it in different increments, right? Oh, okay, cool.
What do they say? Without acceptance, there'll be no serenity.
That's it. Without acceptance, there'll be no serenity. For me, without acceptance, I'm not going to get a whole lot of joy either. Not going to get a whole lot of joy. All right. Got some tips. Always got tips. Jay's in the house. She says, good morning, everybody. Hey. They're all, not Jane, Jay. I think I'm saying that right. But good morning, everyone. All right. First thing, try not to control the feelings of others. Ooh. Has anybody ever told you, don't feel that way, or you don't feel that way. You don't feel that way. How the hell do you know how I feel? Right? I hate it when people don't feel that way. Oh, okay, let me jot that down. Right? It's hard when we're in that space of feelings. And I want to be accepted by others because I'm having maybe a difficult time. And when people don't accept me, when people don't understand that we all have feelings, it doesn't lead to acceptance. It doesn't lead to acceptance. What about feelings? Somebody tell me about when they haven't been accepted. Yes.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, everybody should feel the same about everything because it wouldn't be no difference in everybody. Like it's so many people out here for us to all feel the same.
Yeah.
We can all be looking at the same thing, but we all got different perspectives, backgrounds, emotions about it. You know what I'm saying? And even though we looking at the same thing, we still ain't looking at it the same way. You know what I mean? No matter how close two twins don't even look at the same thing. You know, nobody occupy the same space, same soul, same. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts and feelings and experience. Even though y'all looking at the same thing, y'all can see it completely different, and it's just like. The world is just boring, like if everybody had the same feelings.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And what makes us different is what make us special. You know what I mean? So
hold up. Come on now.
That's why it's a whole. That's why we get new words to express certain feelings, and different artists, and just everything. It's supposed to be different out here. I think I'll be mad. I like being exciting and different to God, trying to come up with a different perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times if I look up and I'm feeling the same and looking and thinking the same as everybody else, I'm like, I start looking at myself like, hold up, maybe it's something wrong with me because I don't like being like everybody else. You know what I mean?
I like being unique.
Right.
And they said we're special, not unique. I don't know. But we all have a different perspective on things. You are so right. Based on our past experience, based on what we've been through, and based on our understanding of what we're going through at that moment, right? Our feelings. And I don't want to judge anybody else's feelings because I've been there, right? I've been there. And I love what you said about using word and art and music. Oh, see, I've been there. Art and spoken word and all those things. We have, does anybody know when we see Guerrilla Poets here? Does anybody remember what day? Look it up on our calendar. We have Guerrilla Poets that come and they do a little
Guerrilla Theater.
No, Guerrilla Poets. They come in and we do poetry, spoken word. It is so cool. And when we have festivals, they always come. So that's cool. That's a good thing. All right. Another thing is allow others to be different. That's the second thing. We were already on that, weren't we? I have my own perspective based on my experience, based on my past, based on my trauma, right? So I see things a little differently. I've got a friend that y'all know the phrase sweet pea, right? If you don't know somebody, hey, sweet pea, how you doing? Right? Well, I was talking to a friend of mine and I said, oh, sweet pea, don't worry about it. And she said, don't you call me sweet pea.
Wow.
Right? And she was like, fist clenched, face red. And I was like, shit, I'm going to get my ass whooped. Right? And I didn't understand why. Because it didn't make sense to me. I didn't say anything. She told me later when she calmed down that sweet pea is a phrase that someone who abused her when she was a kid used to call her. Right? A trigger. Based on her past experience. Based on her past experience. It's a trigger. It changes her. That's what triggers do, isn't it? I want to be triggered into acceptance. Right? I want to be triggered. When we got Guerrilla Poets. Okay, looking on our calendar.
Okay, so 11 on at 11:30.
11:30 on the 11th. 11:30 at 11. That works out good. Yeah. Come and see us. It is a great group. It is a fantastic way to express our feelings, to express where we are and how we're doing and what we think, our perspective. So allow others to be different is easy, right? Not easy, but We kind of know that one, right? Kind of know that one. How about this one? Don't be quick to judge. We know that one too. Because we've all been judged. See, we all know this shit. Let me ask you this one. Do y'all know what think stands for? Okay, it stands for think. True, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind. To give good advice. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? That's a good one. And is it kind? When I can come from that perspective of giving thoughtful advice to somebody, we generally don't want to give advice, but we share our own experience, don't we? Right? This is what happened to me. I don't know it'll happen to you or not, but you know, I've never been able to learn from somebody else's experience. I usually have to go through it, but to be thoughtful in our giving of advice. Yes.
For me, I'm not driving. I'm walking an awful lot and encountering uptown for the most part because I can eat every day. I'm not starved. But in a way, for me, when I talk to people, some of these people eye to eye, I think guys at the end of the table, we can do spoken word. We'll tear it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We even had the trolley police come up, thought we were fighting. Anyway, pieces of when I talk to you, your experiences, I am an empathizer by personality. I want to be in your shoes to see what you're going through and feel it. Especially for me, I'm a white kid, and my neighbors are black, and I can't play with them. And there's other issues. It's very complex, but I'm making like it's a big puzzle on this table. Each of you, when I talk to you, you make a piece of that puzzle, and I'm putting it together. And damn if it ain't me. Wow.
Are you saying we have your answer?
No, I'm
saying you got your answer,
my
but
experiences with you all. I take these experiences and I learn from it, and it's in my library up here.
Nice. But I got to accept it first, don't I? I got to accept it as something that I may need.
So what's about it?
Something that may be beneficial to me. See, hold on. Yes.
I like what he said, you know what I'm saying? I like to hear other people's opinions, you know what I'm saying? Because I can be real convincing, and I done convinced people about stuff, and they just straight up believe it because they trust my opinion, and come to find out I was completely wrong. And now they walking around thinking that this right, and they acting this way and doing that. But like, I got nieces and nephews, you know, I done taught them stuff. Come to find out I was completely wrong.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Because I just was, tunnel vision in my own decisions. And then when I looked up and start getting other people's opinion about stuff, I'm like, oh, I was tripping. And I'm going around spreading this around, teaching this to my to my people. And they growing up, going out here thinking that's right. You know what I mean? So I really value other people's opinions. And it's like, I like to weigh in different situations. Like if I want to find out something, all right, I'm gonna ask this source. It's like you don't just take one decision from one doctor. You go see different doctors and get different opinions. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love hearing other people's opinions about stuff because I be just talking about it sometimes.
We do. I gotta accept that I only know what I know, and I did the best I could do with what I had. Right? Some of us did not get a really good book on how to live life, right? Our training, our upbringing, our experiences haven't led us to that, for me, that good idea. And we are always modeling. We're groaning in recovery now. We're groaning in recovery now. And we gotta act a certain way. We gotta help other people. We gotta model. People watch us. You were talking about your nieces and nephews. People watch us, and I want to be helpful. I want to show people maybe a better way, a way that I found was more beneficial. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. Antonio, this is a very great class. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Oh. I accept that today. Anybody have a hard time accepting compliments?
Oh,
Yeah, isn't that hard? My goal, and somebody put this on me, made me get this goal, is when somebody gives me a compliment, not to blow it off, not to turn away, not to not accept it, but accept it and say thank you. That's hard. That's really hard for me. Right? Yeah.
Compliments are nice, but I don't like taking credit for anything that's good for me. You're not supposed to boast and brag, but the Bible gives you space to boast about what God does for you.
Yeah.
I mean, not just boast and be boastful, but when you're talking about the goodness of Him and the things He's done for you, that's different, and that's what I like to boast about.
Yeah.
So I wish it, not necessarily wish it. I know that's not really gonna happen, but when people do compliment me, like I wish I could have it programmed to where, in my world, where oh, God blessed you with that. Like, oh, God bless your nice eyes, or God bless your smile. Like, it's not me. You know what I'm saying? Anything I'm blessed with, I don't like taking the credit for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do. I had a friend that was a mentor to me that said one day, I can be proud, you can be grateful. I can be proud, you can be grateful. And that made such a difference to me, right? And that not boasting, but sharing, that sharing and giving to other people a message. Yeah. Come on, I got two people talking in here. Let's go. All right, hold up. We got one right here. Right?
You said something about accepting compliments. How it's hard. Yeah, it was hard for me too. But the moment I started doing it, I realized it's the same thing like gratitude. See, the more you say thank you, the more you'll have to be thankful to say thank you about.
Yeah.
So when people was giving me like real great compliments, and then immediately, my higher consciousness told me, say thank you. So the moment you do that, you'll start having more of those same experiences, and that will help build on where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Don't neglect when somebody's trying to give you a compliment. Don't neglect it. Accept it, because that also helps with you. It helps it with acceptance too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any compliment, accept it and say thank you.
Yeah.
Accept it and say thank you. That just helps you build on you.
Absolutely.
By accepting that they want to bless you with giving you a compliment.
Yes.
Accept it and say thank you.
Oh, accepting good from others sometimes is
like
hard when we're not used to it.
They're giving you a nugget.
Yes.
Just accept it.
Yes. Be able to embrace it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Because you might not be feeling like you're worthy of it, but by you saying thank you, it starts to slowly get into your system that you should feel worthy enough to receive what they're saying to you.
And that changes us.
Yeah.
I had a lot of words from others in my head, and they weren't good. And it takes a lot for me today to accept that, because I'm still battling this. But when I am able to say thank you, when I am able to embrace that gift, because that's what it is. Yeah.
If you're angry.
Yeah. To deny someone in giving me a gift is just, I think it's ugly. To give someone a gift and them just, that's kind of cold. That's kind of cold. Yeah.
Along with giving thanks, it's also giving you're welcome. You're
Ooh.
welcome to whatever it is that you're thankful for.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome. Like
you welcome it into your spirit.
Yeah. Like, thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I think it can become a habit.
Yeah.
I think that's when we practice something. That's what you were saying. The more I practice and the more I look for gratitude and good and positive, the more I'm able to accept those things, because I'm seeking them. Right? I find what I look for, and what I feed grows. Yes.
It's like working a mental muscle. So you're working towards building. You have to keep visualizing what like you said, like what you want. You have to keep visualizing the positivity and being grateful, like y'all said. it takes practice at first if you're used to thinking negative because of how you were raised or whatever your reason. But it will become easier the more you think about it. Like you said, it's a battle.
Yeah,
For a little while, it's a battle.
it is. What am I going to listen to today? And that's where that choice comes in. What am I going to listen to today? What am I going to bring into my spirit? What am I going to let be today? Am I going to let you be you? It says, okay, go ahead. And then,
One thing, it's a couple things. One is not recovery. I asked God to give me a path. Oh my God, you would not believe the people I've met. One day, 2 days later, this guy said I were talking a little bit, I believe. He said that his brother was stage 4 prostate cancer. He took a dye, next day, radioactive hormone. 3 days later, another guy at church to me said the same thing. I have a doctor's appointment within the week, and I asked him, I'd never heard of this. Can I do this? Because I've got limited time. And learning from other people and getting pieces of information, damn, it helps you.
It does.
Growing. And I might not be dancing around the bucket anymore and kick it. I'm really well. I've had too much coffee.
okay. I was kind of wondering there. You were. Okay. I love what you said about experiencing things from others. And let me ask
Someone
you.
has a longer experience, and I'm like, I want to be there.
That's it. I want to accept your experience. I don't have to, though, do I? I might think you're full of shit, and that ain't what I want to do. And that may be true at that moment. That's not what I want to do. But I can't think that you don't embrace your own journey, right? Yeah. Oh, wait.
My problem is, who the fuck am I supposed to listen to?
That's it.
I have enough fucking problem listening to me. My problem, I'm like loaded and ready to go. I'm like, I get angry. I want to shoot your ass. I want to kill you.
Well, see, that's not acceptance, and acceptance is what we're talking about. Yes, that's it.
That's the shit I grew around.
I know.
Dope game, nigga, related. I'm a hood nigga.
And they don't, and you didn't know. Did anybody teach you acceptance? Hell no. Because nobody accepted me. Yeah, but I learned because of my environment. Today I want to learn from somebody else's environment. When they say, Sharon, you did a good job at that today. I like the way you did your notes. What notes? No, I got that. I like how you did that. And if I embrace that, then I can start changing the grooves. But it takes a long time. And it takes trust that what you say is true to me. That what you say, you can see. Maybe someday I can see. Anybody ever hear that we see good in you before you do?
Yes.
Yeah. Accept those compliments. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Got lost.
So it's like, so when you accept somebody's energy,
Ooh.
you become more like them. Because think about the nature of addiction.
Yeah.
Growing up, I accepted the energy of those around me, and I became just like them.
Yeah.
So today, it's the same way in recovery. I accept the energy of those who live a recovered life.
Yes.
And I become more like them.
That's it. What I seek, I find. And that I like that because I want to hang around people that have what I want. Right. I want to be able to accept where people are and the goodness in their life and believe that and trust it. Yes. And then, Antonio, did you have something?
No.
Okay. Right. Yes.
I want to jump back to like accepting compliments. You know what I mean? Because I feel kind of weird. Like if I compliment somebody on something and then they don't they give me the gas face or something. I'm like, damn, I just gave you a compliment. You look at me like you're ready to scrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it'd be a beautiful woman come outside. She knows she's bad. I'd be like, damn, you look good. And she'd be like, whatever. I'm like, you look good. Or maybe you don't.
Maybe I don't see myself that way.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
it.
Like I come outside, You know what I mean? Since I done switched my style up, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. I come outside, she's very quiet, you get out the house, people honking and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I know that's a dude. I mean, I'm not gay, I ain't bi, but should I feel bad that I came outside looking like this and they like the way I look? Like, is that their fault?
You know,
what I mean?
I've had people compliment the way I dress. Oh, Sharon, you look good today. I had the grunge look long before it started, and I still got it. Y'all know what the grunge look is? It's just that I don't give a shit look. Yeah.
Can everybody just say, "Oh, I look good today"?
You have accepted it
Thank you.
and embraced it, and that's good. That's what we want. I want to be able to say to myself, you know what? Today is good. Today is good. Today is good. Yes, yes.
Back to what this young man was saying when he said, "Who am I supposed to listen to?"
Yes.
Accepting where you are within yourself, and it's the same way if you're talking to somebody else. Are you giving yourself positive energy? Are you giving yourself positive self-talk? Are you loving on yourself as somebody else would? You know?
Yeah.
Like that, you know, you can listen to yourself all day, but just feed yourself, feed the good in you, not the bad in you. You know
I want to make those choices, don't I? And it is a choice today, what I feed
you gotta
myself.
treat yourself better before you expect the next person to treat you good. You know?
Where do we learn? From other people, don't we?
Yeah.
We learn from other people. Yeah. Thank you for that.
I think you have to ask yourself why you believe what you believe.
Okay.
You know, because you might believe it. Like on this person, you let's just say you was always bullied or something, and then you start to believe that what they said about you. And then, you know, but then you have to really ask yourself, am I really that what they say?
Yeah.
If you want to change, you know, you don't want to live your life in negativity because that you feel it's like a subconscious thing. It's you're tearing yourself apart by living a lie, believing something negative. So you can't spend the rest of your life sitting there believing what somebody else say. And that's where I was. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know I can do what they said I did. I know I don't look what they say I look like. So why am I listening to them?
Yeah.
You know? So I had to ask these questions. It's like these battles going, like you said. You have to ask yourself.
I try to ask myself, consider the source.
Right.
Does this person have my best interests at heart? Right? If they do, I'm going to listen to them more because I've seen their experience as helpful, and I want to accept what they're giving me, that positivity, so that I can embrace it and practice it and do it more, and then it's easier, right? And then I'm more positive, and then I grow. I love this: acceptance, empathy, compassion. They all fall into the same thing. It's when we love each other, when we love each other enough to let each other be. Yes, my phone or my
the same thing over and over and over.
Yep. Acceptance. Acceptance that accepting that I have a part in this. Action, action, and more action. Okay, we're going to shut it down because my computer's about to close. No, I know it's about to die. Okay. Acceptance today is let me read it one more time. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I'm disturbed, it's because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Until I accept my life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world, but what needs to be changed in us. What we change the world one person at a time, one love at a time, one acceptance at a time. Keep peace, share love. I love y'all out there. Take care.
Yay.